chapter. I want to thank you for all attending today, and special thanks to Windsor Regional Hospital, Ron Foster and Giselle Sullins, for assisting us in hosting this event here, where those living with cystic fibrosis attend the pediatric outpatient clinic here locally in Windsor and Essex County. To bring greetings from the Cystic Fibrosis Canada Essex-Kent chapter's president, Suzanne Gruette.
Thank you for joining us today. It's a very special occasion for our organization. We are celebrating 51 years of providing renowned care and treatment programs for those who are living with cystic fibrosis. You may wonder why after 51 years we're changing the name and we're changing our logo. And oh no is right. Because after 51 years we want to make sure that we're renewing our commitment and our dedication to the cause, and looking forward to renewing our support for the research to find a cure or a control for this awful disease, and also to support those who are fighting cystic fibrosis, like our two little guys here, Leland and Ethan, and hopefully we'll be able to watch them become parents and grandparents one day. So thank you so much for coming, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Suzanne. After 50 years of great accomplishment, Cystic Fibrosis Canada, which was formerly known as the Canadian Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, has designed and implemented an updated logo to build stronger public awareness of cystic fibrosis and recognition of our organization. Today with us is Leland and Ethan Terry, along with their mother, Kendra. Leland and Ethan both live with cystic fibrosis. Today we have Kendra here, who's going to give us just a little bit about her fight with cystic fibrosis and how they were diagnosed through the newborn screening program here at Windsor Regional Hospital.
Our journey with cystic fibrosis began shortly after our second son, Leland, was born, in the summer of 2009. My mom was visiting from Florida to meet her new grandson and came with me for Leland's first doctor's appointment. After leaving the hospital, our pediatrician let us know that Leland's newborn screening was showing elevated levels for CF. She told us not to worry too much, that chances were he was just a carrier. I left the doctor's office in a haze. What was CF? I'd never heard of it and had no idea what it caused. No one in either of our families had known of anyone who had it. Not long after, we went to London for a sweat test and genetic testing. Leland's sweat test came back borderline, and we had to wait for the genetic testing to come back. But most of the people we talked to were thinking, because of how big and healthy Leland was, that he was just a carrier. I was sitting on the couch, and Leland was sleeping on my lap when I got the call with the genetic test results. They said his test came back positive for CF. He was not just a carrier, but he had it. I did what I probably shouldn't have done, but I went online and started looking for information on cystic fibrosis. I was scared for my baby, but what would his future hold? After we went back to London to discuss the results of the genetic testing, I asked if we should test Ethan, and we all agreed we should. Ethan's test also came back positive for cystic fibrosis. At the time Ethan was born, CF was not included in the newborn screening. Newborn screening for CF is so important. If it hadn't been for Leland being screened, we wouldn't have been able to provide the early treatments and wonderful care from the CF team here at the hospital we've received so far. We're fortunate that our boys have what the doctors believe is a more mild form of CF, and they're not showing many symptoms so far. We're also part of a research study at Sick Kids, which follows children with CF who were found through the newborn screening. I'm so thankful that I found the Cystic Fibrosis Canada. They are essential in helping families like ours and do so much to aid and support families with CF and funding for CF research. I know that one day, with the continued support of our donors, we will find a cure, and CF will stand for Cure Found.
Kendra, for sharing your heartwarming story about your diagnosis with cystic fibrosis. I know we have a fantastic team here at Windsor Regional Hospital who treat those living with cystic fibrosis, and they're just a great, just fantastic team to deal with and to know that our children are fighting cystic fibrosis each and every day. So this is a very exciting day for us, and with the help of Leland and Ethan and Kendra, and along with our president Suzanne, we're going to reveal the logo. So,
Hey, Ethan, you want to come help me pull this down?
come on over here. You can rip this down, okay?
Come here, Ethan. Nobody's going to take
I'm moving my tray.
We won't steal your toys, okay? Come on over here.
Help mommy for a minute. Help.
Yeah. Ready? We're going to tear this down, okay?
Help her.
Ready? Want to tear this down with me? Ready? Ethan, want to tear this down with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay!
No, this one stays out. That was fun. Let's do it again.
You got your ace on Oh, just like that.
Now, many of you are wondering, what does the new logo portray? The adult with the child flying a kite reflects the people we help, people with cystic fibrosis. The disease and our aspirations. Cystic fibrosis affects the breathing, and the kite communicated the air of movement. And then our new name, Cystic Fibrosis Canada. We are pleased to be here and announce our new logo. I hope that you guys will embrace the new logo and let all of our friends and family know about the new Cystic Fibrosis Canada. Although we have the new name and logo, we have the same values and mission that our organization, the Canadian Cystic Fibrosis, had. In 1960, most children with cystic fibrosis did not live until kindergarten. Today, half of all Canadians with cystic fibrosis are expected to live into their 40s and beyond. This is a truly remarkable day for the Canadian Cystic Fibrosis Canada as we move forward. I'd like to thank you all for coming out today. And if you have any questions, you can talk to myself or Kendra and Suzanne are both available for any interviews. We also have a cake available. A little incident and it dropped, but it's there. But it tastes good. It didn't hit the floor, so it just fell in the box upside down. So we'll be happy to share that with everyone. And if anyone has any questions, there's information from the media who may not have gotten it or our card. So again, thank you everyone for coming, and we appreciate your support moving forward for the next 51 years as Cystic Fibrosis Canada.